Hey guys, another Diablo video, another quick guide. Today we talk about Penetrating Shot Rogue, which is my favorite build at the moment. To be honest, I like every rogue build. I think Flurry is awesome for leveling quick to 50. Twisting Blades is just crazy for shredding bosses, and also if you like that jumping playstyle, Penetrating Shot gives you the feeling that you are a real sniper. A little bit more new Barrage build is like best of the both worlds. Not the best, but a very good mix of both worlds. The Rapid Fire build is a mix of Barrage and There's a lot. I think Rogue is pretty awesome, pretty well designed class at the moment. There are a lot of specs, a lot of different specs, a lot of different playstyles. I play at the moment Penetrating Shot Rogue, which is pretty good in the late game, and also pretty good then later on for nightmare pushing. I want to go quick with you over the build. We go here on the website d4builds.gg. I will post the link in the description. We see here now the build. We have the completely easy peasy forceful arrow just to have some energy regeneration, and it's also good knockback. Knockback is good because it counts as a crowd control and so on. For sure, full into Penetrating Shot. Main damage skill with the advanced Penetrating Shot, which gives you a lot of scaling because they are crowd controlled. With full energy, this is the best if you cast it with full energy and with full combo points, so it's just accelerating this a lot. We have the starter step, we have the weapon mastery and the concussive, and then for sure we go into the poison trap with the countering poison trap, and then we have Dark Shroud. Dark Shroud is an interesting topic here in this build because we don't have Dark Shroud here, as you can see, but we get Dark Shroud with an aspect, which makes that build so strong. Why? Because this is a defense, a very strong defense that you don't need to have here down in your abilities, and with mobility, with dash and poison trap, you have like 3 defensive mechanics that you can use, which is pretty awesome, and only 2 of them taking here spot. We have Exploit and Malice, pretty common, I would say. Here you can choose for more movement speed or more crit. I think both is definitely fine. I have at the moment the movement speed, but I think I would go with I think I would a little bit more recommend in general going for the crit chance, but it's a little bit about your playstyle. Precision imbuement, because we make a lot of damage with those stuff. Shadow damage has up to 10% chance to stun for 0.5 seconds, and also, you know, getting energy back with the shadow imbuement is pretty good energy regeneration. Is it necessary? No, you could later on remove these 2 skill points and put them somewhere different, but they are definitely very good place there, so I would go for that in general, and later on you can change it if you want it. Poison imbuement, we go here up till 3. Poison imbuement, super important in this build for filling if the shadow imbuement is not available, and also it's much better against big elites or boss fights. Here only 1 because you could also put it somewhere different, but deal 3% more poisoning damage is just 3% more poisoning damage. It's pretty good. Innovation, Dread Mastery, Adrenaline Rush, Haste, and then for sure Precision for even more damage, more crits. So that's the build. There are some variations in this build. I'm pretty sure you see them. You see this build with Shadow Step. You could also play it with the normal puncture thing. You see builds with Smoke Grenade, I'm pretty sure, on different various sides. This is my build. I played with dash. Why? I like the freedom of dash. You can dash anywhere whenever you want if you have one charge ready. So I'm definitely a big friend of dash. that's why I play it, I would say. That's just, for me, an awesome spell overall, awesome ability overall. So I'm definitely a fan of that. Other ones are definitely possible. If we go to the gear, you see here also 3 uniques. The condemnation is very important. If you read what it does, 3 combo points, even more damage with the core skills, which is penetrating shot. Super important. Penitent Craves also super important. They make you very fast because they give you usually a lot of movement speed, and they give you this chill area that you letting here that also gives you kind of crowd control to the enemies. Yeah, they are just awesome. Harlequin Crest is definitely not necessary. As you see, I don't have it right now on this character. I don't have it, so I have another good helmet, which is pretty fine. If you get your fingers on the Harlequin Crest, then it's just crazy. As you can see, it gives you damage reduction, which is super important for the late game, and it gives you in addition 4 ranks to all skills. Totally OP. So what is this build around? This build is mainly around casting penetrating shot with, if possible, always with 3 combo points. It's not always possible, but if possible, with 3 combo points and with max resources. That's why Edgemaster is so important. Sure, which is also very important to make that build running, is the trickshot aspect that gives you the 2 additional arrows that going to the sides when you hit with penetrating shot, that you can just delete complete big packs. And then the other ones are rounding up that build. We have for defensive the Empress aspect, which is mandatory. Don't get me wrong, it's not mandatory level 10, 20, 30, 40, whatever, but later on, if you make the skills into the Dark Shroud, then this gives you the Dark Shroud. As you can see, critical strikes with marksman skills have up to X% chance to get a free Dark Shroud shadow. Completely crazy. Disobedience, just OP. An aspect of might. I think there's another one that you could discuss about, but these are the 3 ones that I choose. And then, like I said, we have the condemnation, we have the rapid for a little bit more faster basic attack speed, we have more damage on imbuement skill, we have more damage on core skill again. Trickshot is here and Edgemaster is here. We have those gems. If you look a little bit here, I made a little bit of notes about stat priors, but they are kind of pretty common. Penetrating shot, extra points there is the best that you can have because it makes a lot of damage. And then vulnerable, everything that has to do with crit damage, also with the imbued damage and core skill damage, because that's the most damage that you do. For sure, damage to distant enemies is also pretty strong because usually you like to be distant. You are not always, but usually damage to crowd control, and like I said, other extra points into skills that you already have skilled. Paragon boards, I don't want to here go over that so much, but you start here going up into the No Witness board, Eldritch Bounty, Tricks of the Trade, and so on. I will complete that later on, but right now, as you can see, I'm level 77. Build is pretty strong. I will show you now super quick gameplay. I like to keep that guide super short because I think most people like to have like 10 minutes, 12 minutes guide, so I will make here maybe a few pulls that you can see what's going on with this build. And that's it. And usually it's pretty easy, like I said. Usually you charge the Shadow Imbuement because that's the stronger imbuement on that build. Because that build is crazy if it's about deleting packs. So I would like to get a pack here together. Seems like this is not working here. Yeah, but as you can see, it's working pretty good. That's not a big pack, but let us try to get another nice pull together. Take that shrine. Ah, here, that looks better. You see, you don't need always to go on 3 combo points, because it's also not possible. You cannot always wait till you have 3 combo points. Yeah, and then you're clearing up the mess. As you can see, the dark shrouds around me. I just lost one because I got hit, so you see that how the build works. For sure, I don't play it here now on absolute concentration because I'm recording here this video. But this is how the build works. It also works pretty good against bosses. Then you go for the poison imbuement, like I said. For sure you try also to work with your trap, because the poison imbuement is definitely much stronger single target wise. So you try to use this, as you can see, also with just one point already is pretty good. You can try to line them up as good as possible, so if you have enough experience with that build, you can play it also a little bit better. It's a lot about positioning. You can attack a lot of them, a lot of the monsters already before you even see them, or before they can attack you. That is also, I guess, a big advantage of this build. This with the dome, they are for sure a little bit something that can annoy you. That's usually when you try to work a lot with the trap. As you can see, then also no problem. And yeah, long story short, that's the build. Learn it. What is also very important, sorry I forgot that to mention, that a crossbow is much better for this build than a normal bow. I will port super quick back into the city to show you that, which is very interesting for sure. If you have a best in slot bow, then is better than a bad crossbow, don't get me wrong. But I have here 2 pretty similar crossbow and bow. A little bit laggy right now for me, the game, but I hope it's fine anyways. Where is it? Ah, it's here. So this has 808 item power plus the 25 that are skilled, and that has 816, so they are pretty similar. But as you can see here, which is pretty important, is the damage per hit under damage per second. It has up to 3500 or 3600, pretty close, and that's only has 2800. And the penetrating shot is not like you spam it, so it's pretty strong for penetrating shot, yet you use a crossbow. Very important in that build. So if you have 2 weapons that are kind of similar, usually the crossbow is definitely the much better choice. That's it for this video, guys. A little bit longer than I wanted, but it's an awesome build. Try to play it. Don't get desperate at the first few minutes, because it's not that easy to play. I mean, sure, it's easy to play, but you have to learn a little bit. It's not just you charge in and spam everything. You have to line up positioning and stuff like this, working with the combo points. So, but overall, I can really recommend that build, and quite a lot of fun. See you guys. Bye bye.